Bernadine, welcome to the Assertive Media Video Podcast studio. It's great to have you here.
Thank you so much, Shad, for having us here today.
My pleasure.
And what a setup.
Yeah, it looks
Amazing.
all right. I've worked hard on this place, so it's good to hear some positive reinforcement on that one. Now, Frankston Business Collective, you are the CEO.
Yes,
now,
I am.
Can I just tell you what I appreciate about what you bring to that position? So I love that you bring a lot of energy and enthusiasm, and I like that you're really open to different creative ideas and innovative ideas in terms of just getting businesses working together, bouncing off each other, and just building business around Frankston. What do you love about what you do?
Actually, it's very similar to what you've just said. I've always enjoyed bringing people together. I think I'm a natural networker myself. I love listening to people. I love hearing about people. I mean, I grew up. I grew up. I grew up. I became an accountant, and everyone says, "Oh, that's a really boring job." But I started life as that. But then the reason I loved it is because I was in the small business area, and I loved that I was involved with so many different businesses. So doing that has followed through my whole life. Whether I became a finance and mortgage broker, which is the same thing, always involved in different people's businesses and their lives, and just bringing people together is sort of that whole concept that really fills my cup.
Yeah, amazing. And so what was the point? Was there a moment where you thought, well, this is really more about people than numbers for me? Was there a moment where you had a transition of like a pivot?
There was. A couple of years ago, I was asked to head up the Women's Commercial Finance Forum. And that was actually helping women within the Frankston and the Mornington Peninsula area, teach them that commercial finance isn't as tricky as some people think it is. So I started to bring women together, and we would bring in some finance companies, etc. And what I found was that was the bringing the finance guy was in, but it was actually people started networking. And women started leaning on each other and ringing each other and saying, "Hey, I don't understand this. Do you know someone?" And it became a group. And that's what I really enjoyed. And when I saw that there was an ad for coming onto the board for the Frankston Business Collective at the time, I thought, yeah, this is me. This is right up my alley. And it kind of goes out well with Skate House because I own Skate House as well, which is a roller skating rink. And that is all about people too. So it's not necessarily about how you skate. It's about mixing with people, making sure they're having fun, entertainment.
I remember you dancing into the room at this speed networking night because that is just a thriving, that's just a really exciting dynamic kind of event.
Yep.
And you were really in your element there.
Thank you.
And I got some great footage of you doing some dancing.
You did.
Which is great. But yeah, amazing. Now there's some exciting news, which I think this podcast might be a bit of an exclusive for the Frankston Business Collective.
It is. You are right. As of last night or 24 hours later, we are now the Frankston Business Chamber.
Amazing.
It is. So it was great that everyone agreed to do that and go down that sort of route. And look, the main reason is that when we say collective, and the collective does mean obviously bringing people together and a collective of people, but we do get often mixed up with networking groups. And I have noticed in this area, the Frankston and Mornington Peninsula business area, there are a lot more networking groups, and we didn't necessarily want to be, siloed into that sort of networking. That is a main part of us bringing businesses together and helping the business ecosystem, etc. But we do education on top of that, and we do advocacy as well. And then we're now expanding into. Well, we're helping the council in terms of the sister city relationships that they have. Wuxi, for example, in China, we're about to sign the memorandum of understanding with them, and we've tried to connect businesses with Wuxi. So we hosted the Chinese ambassador this year.
Wow.
That came out in the Wuxi Chamber of Commerce, and we'll be doing that more next year with some of the other sister cities as well. But having the chamber in there, because it's sister city chamber agreements, it just sort of people just understand. It just makes sense to what we're doing. And adds a bit of credibility, of course, to the name.
Amazing. And now there are lots of other exciting things. What are the main kind of exciting things going on at the moment?
So, it's just so many. There's so many. And it's great because so many people bring different concepts to us. And we're now, one of them, for example, is Monash Uni. We're working with Monash They've got a summer innovation program, which is it just blows my mind how much all the different faculties within Monash, so everyone's got a different area, but there's a summer innovation program, and what that is there's a group of business students who help solve business problems. So we will give them a challenge, and we're going to give them a challenge ourselves. We're going to be the first ones for FBC in this area, and our challenge is that we want to become financially independent by 2027. So we've put that challenge out to Monash Uni. There'll be some students within Monash Uni that will meet with some of us. Our commitment is that we've got to meet with them and give them time. And then we tell them a bit more about our problems. They ask some questions. They go away. They study it for a number of weeks, and they come back and do another presentation to us and help solve our problems. So,
wow.
So it's so kids' brain power, and
and real world solving real world problems.
Yeah, so it's great. So it's connecting. For us, it's helping potentially solve a problem. For them, it's getting involved with a lot of different people within the business community. So putting their education into real life practice. So which is great. So we're doing that with them. We're connecting Monash again with internships. We've already connected them with Park, the Frankston Football Club, and there's another company that one of our vice chairs is involved with. And the other thing, next year we had this year the Frankston and Mornington Peninsula Business Festival. Next year our goal is to double it in size, so and have different precincts. So
because your workload isn't big enough.
No, exactly. So who needs sleep? So, but it's actually to make it a bit bigger and segment off. And because it worked this year, we had this media alley this year, and we had some sections that kind of worked and sort of sat together. And a few people asked us, do you have a food and restaurant area? And we didn't. We only just had a couple of exos, but we're looking at making that a lot bigger and having the talks, the actual lectures inside the theatre. So that noise is blocked off as well. So that'll help.
Right. What else is going on?
Oh, we've got, education events next year. We've got the whole year is nearly already planned. So many different networking nights. So there are people that have put their hands up. And because what better way to showcase your business by bringing people to you? Like, for example, today, you've told me all about your business, but you walk in here and you feel it, you get to understand what does Shad do with his business. You get to understand the environment. And that's what people like doing. And, I know we've got print companies within the business and advertising, but to me, there's no better way of selling your business than that belly-to-belly kind of bring them in experience.
That's an interesting expression.
Belly-to-belly.
Yeah, haven't heard that before.
Haven't you?
Belly button to belly button.
Yeah, so that kind of touch so except some people in our group don't particularly like to do the touching, but I do.
Well, someone told me just 2 days ago that they have a phobia about belly buttons. So,
really?
yeah, maybe they don't like that in business. But, but most people, I think, would enjoy that. I don't know what I'm saying. Hey, so now there's something exciting coming up very soon.
We have the gala coming up, which is the Frankston and Mornington Peninsula Business Excellence Awards, and it's the gala night on the 21st of November. So that is celebrating businesses that are within the Frankston and the Mornington Peninsula region. We've expanded that this year, which is even bigger than last year. It's at least double in size, which is great. We've got 14 award categories. We had 9 last year. So this year we've got a Youth Entrepreneurs Award, which is really exciting.
Yeah, that is.
Yeah, I was really surprised at how many young kids actually came out. As young kids, so you've got to be 30 and under. So.
How many can...
Oh, but we had 5. We've got 5 finalists in the end. Wow. So all of the awards were all filled. We went which is great. All of those spots. Which we didn't have last year. So that's amazing. And I think even the overall Business of the Year award had 90 nominations in its own.
Wow.
Right. So that's been a real hard thing to actually get down to the point we've had to bring in external parties to help us judge the awards. So because it's just too much to do on our own. So.
Wow. So amazing. I'm looking forward to it.
Good.
I'll be there.
Yes.
I'm filming.
You are filming. So
it's fantastic.
We've got a lot of different things. We've got a media walls getting set up. This year we've got the 360 video as well that's sort of there that you can video people doing that. We've got big gala
with the 360 kind of we can chuck some confetti and
absolutely
rice and things at people and
Yeah.
Yeah, that's amazing.
As long as they
Awesome.
don't fall over in their high heel shoes, that will be fine.
Are there seats left? Like, are there any seats
We
left?
are selling out quickly, so I'm really quite surprised. People are just buying tables, so there won't be many. In fact, the Arts Centre have said we've got a 20 table max in there, and we've already about 14. So we don't have a lot.
And a lot of
seats.
people leave it till the last minute, but they shouldn't.
We've got, and the finalists have to be there. So they've got to be there. So that's the criteria, because we had one last year that didn't unfortunately come. And it's a bit of an empty thing when the winner gets announced and it's like...
It's all right. I'll take it. It's fine.
Yeah, exactly.
I'll be there. Well, it's exciting. What are you looking forward to most in the evening?
I think just the atmosphere and just seeing the surprise on people's faces, and I think that'll be great. Just because this is sort of the anticipation has been great leading up this year, and just sort of recognise people is brings big things to my heart, so it's good.
Awesome. And I've got one last question for you.
Yeah.
The next 12 months, Frankston Business Collectives, what's the thing that you're most excited about?
I'm really looking forward to all the connecting businesses with the international flavour, because that will actually add quite a lot, I think, to what we do, and add a lot more value. Launching, doing a lot more digital stuff with people. That's really quite cool. I think next year, giving them more value, and and finding ways and getting their. We've even got the rewards that we're expanding, and we're expanding on that and doing a membership card next year. So I think it's the growth and just watching people bloom.
Amazing. Awesome.
Great
chatting to you, as always. Good to have you in the studio. Let's high five it out or something. That was a horrible high five. Come on, one more. Last one.
Okay.
Yes.